All right. Peace and blessings, Sappho, the success scholar, the honorable one, Hakisha for me here. Thank you for tuning in, listening in. Man. So I wanted to do this piece. Of course, I've been a little busy organizing, making things happen, continuing to build, continuing to gain the right knowledge, wisdom, as well as having the right emotional intelligence to know what the most the more strategic operation. So I want to give an applause to Keidi Awadu, Conscious Rasta, for attending the Power Networking Conference. Why am I singling him out and giving him applause for attending? Well, I just wanted to share that for those that, have been a little closed up or, kind of disconnected and not, having the pulse of the people, it is time for me to just share that, if individuals, particularly Keidi Awadu, who have known of the work of the Honorable One, of the Success Scholar, for the past few years, and he should see the evolution. He should have had his pulse of what's going on, of who is studying the right knowledge, to know when he should have showed up years ago, right? He should have know. He should know who's doing what strategically, and that you cannot stay around the broke RBGers and the Hotep hustlers forever, right? That you got to expand your network. Now, what I've done and how I'm going to create the most relevant, empowering movement of this time is, when I went to the Power Networking Conference, I decided to be in a book with Elder. And I know Keidi has several books, and they're just sitting because I know that books tend to sit because folks don't read as much as they go on YouTube and listen to people talk, because reading is a different skill, right? It takes a different mindset. It creates a different mindset. It creates more critical thinking skills. So I believe that you got to take the dynamics of reading and watching various videos and, showing up at different conferences, um, to really draw some conclusions, tactfully and strategically about which direction to go. Now, some people may say I'm being sarcastic by saying that Keidi Awadu showed up after 4 or 5 years after the Success Scholar has, and he should have listened to me. But I think, respectfully speaking, that we all evolve and grow, and we gain wisdom about different things at different times, right? And so I'm simply saying that some people I know have pieces to the puzzle, and it's unfortunate that Keidi has allowed for himself to be put on a bottom burrow, if you will, in terms of organizational proficiency, right? As well as not, you know, perfecting an analysis to position himself to build a more relevant, conscious, empowering movement. And so, and I just want people to know, again, that, I mean, on some levels, yes, I am, you know, taking a little shot because again, you know, when some of these folks, these elders and olders out here, that show up to these different conferences and put conferences together, they don't know. They don't know, you know, how younger people have a greater vision and more depth knowledge than some of these folks. So I, you know, felt the need, of course, in this book, Mission Unstoppable. Of course, you can get a copy and you can see how the success scholar, you know, in my chapter, how I read 100 books a year for 11 years on a diverse amount of topics, right? And how I'm organizing to build a mass empowering movement. And this is why many and plenty are waking up to a more relevant, conscious, strategic operation. Huh? And I'm the only one out here who's read the work of Dr. Amos Wilson and in the best position to implement. I'm the best in the best position to implement those strategies. And so I'm just saying, you know, of course, some black media, they ignored the conference just like they are going to ignore the FBI war on Tupac that we are having on July 23rd, right? With John Potash, Dr. Jared Ball, Hakeem Hopkins of Black and Nobel, Sister Ari Squires, as well as uh, Sister Shinyeri Wright. So we're going to have a conversation on the FBI war on Tupac. And so getting back to Keidi, I just want, you know, I mean, and those that want to listen to different people, right? And somehow, you know, want to think success scholar, you know, don't have a relevant message and don't invite the success scholar when you come to the DMV or on your radio shows. I'm saying, you know, well, fortunately for me, I've been blessed to be taught by the best and brightest, the highest level of intelligence, the real and true builders. And this is why I have a more sophisticated strategy of plan because I have listened to Keidi on different topics. And this is why I even recommended him, you know, for the Power Talk. He doesn't know that. I was a sponsor last year, right? Trying to get the right information to our people. So, you know, and I know some folk, they so selfish, he wouldn't do the same thing for me, you know, but it's all good because, you know, I'm going to out organize. I'm going to keep out organizing everybody. I'm going to keep out financing everybody. I'm going to work hard. I'm going to, you know, he's super holistic, that brother. He eat all kind of grass all day, you know, so, but he's a super foodist. So I don't know what if he would deal with the whole Pan-African issue or, you know, talk about food and nutrition, but both. But that's where I got some jewels from him, you know. So what I'm saying, and for you all that know me and have known me for years and you think I'm just some little regular nobody, that day is done. I'm just telling you, I'm not going to, you know, that day is done. You know, I have infinite potential, no question on every level. So I'm just saying, you know, I'm not, you know, going to hold these conversations, you know, too much with anybody. We're not, we're building, we're studying, and we're implementing. That's it. You know, you all need to support a real, relevant, conscious, informed, scholastic movement that I'm building. So that's what I'm encouraging for those that are right and exact, that have been out and organized and healthy and holistic. Huh? I'm saying support a more conscious, empowered movement. And yes, invite me to your events. Invite me to your radio shows. That's right. And of course, invite people out to this FBI war on Tupac on July 23rd. On July 23rd at Everlasting Life in Capitol Heights, Maryland. So I'm saying we need you to be present. This is the most contemporary relevant topic that unfortunately many will out of their lack of intellectual versatility, will not think it's relevant. Uh, there's not a relevant conversation, or that's for the radicals. But Dr. King, people who were fought, um, fought and bled and died for our rights to go to bourgeoisie hotels and perpetrate like we really creating wealth for our people. You ain't creating no real wealth if you don't have certain particular understanding. And this is why, last year I actually had a table present there. Had Dr. Amos Wilson's book, had Dr. Claude Anderson's book up there, right? So I'm saying, I already know that some folk, there's going to be some limitations to some of these black folk with money, but they haven't been well-rounded. They've been educated in various institutions. So they have, although they may make millions of dollars, some of them, they just, it's not fundamentally, structurally transforming this country, because they haven't, stopped, spending money on things to understand the need and necessity to invest in uh, uh, manufacturing or controlling the means of production, right? The vertical industries, right? As well as monopolizing under certain circumstances. So this is the type of mindset that I'm, under, and this is how I'm moving strategically, So unfortunately for me, I've created different options with different teachers and scholars. So I'm saying, yes, individuals should consider inviting the success scholar, right? There ain't too many people out here that can say that they've read 100 books a year for 11 years. I'll give you one, Tony Robbins, a Caucasian guy. Maybe the success scholar need to roll like that. Maybe I need to roll like that, huh? But of course, I'm gonna keep my options open, because this is a different ball game, man. I've paid my dues on different levels. There's no question in my mind. So when people are actually, ignoring or trying to restrict or block, huh? Or don't invite the success scholar, that's why we having this conversation about the COINTELPRO, the MK Ultra, the counterintelligence program, FBI war on Tupac. So we're gonna break down how many people get calls, like we can't have this person, he's gonna upset our petty economic cherry cart, because of the death, and many folk have run away. And this is why you need to subscribe. This is why you need to share. This is why you need to click like and connect and put the real thinkers, the real builders, the real workers. Or I'm going to say you must become the real worker, the real thinker, the real builder. We're not getting any certifications or we're not getting any validation from some of these so-called leaders out here today. I'm simply saying it's time for new leadership, new ideas, new research, huh? And for those that want to put restrictions on the success scholar, that day is going to be over. And I need you to wake up to the most relevant conscious message out here today. So I'm just saying, listen up, listen in, let the hate, migrate, because we moving forward. Progress is being made every single day, every single night. Absolutely. I'll be speaking tomorrow, at a church with some good brothers, so progress is being made. And I'll be speaking this weekend in DC with my brother Malik Zulu Shabazz. He's always been a strong soldier, one of the strongest black men. and he's always held me down. So I appreciate, his inputs, in creating and working opportunity. So we're not worried about the rest of these conscious people. We're gonna organize towards the 10 million. I'm sorry, the 10,000 Black men march in DC coming up in the next few weeks. So I just say, I'm sorry, in October. So I say, hopefully you all can get ready for a more practical leadership of this time, some youthful leadership, some more informed, more empowered, more progressive leadership. So that's what we're building up towards. But on July 23rd, we're going to lead off with this FBI War on Tupac, y'all. We're going to lead off with it. So I'm hoping that you all will come out and listen and support. And we're going to come with something even more powerful after that. We're going to bring a real all-star Super Bowl scholar event, huh? We're gonna bring some real builders together. So definitely, the new Generation X scholars. So, it's the time to pass the baton. And sometimes people don't want to pass it to you, and you just gotta build all around them. Just gotta build all around them, brothers and sisters. You gotta have enough skill and not sit and wait when freedom can't wait. Freedom can't wait. Empowerment can't wait. Connecting the dots to our salvation cannot wait. So I'm saying that stay connected to the Success Scholar. We have a more conscious movement and solutions for our community and our people. Oh, thank you, brother. So, see, brother just said he's coming. My man, appreciate that. See, people are coming. People are showing up. They want to be where the real knowledge is being given. So ain't nobody put the panel together like this to talk about the Tupac, and many of you have children who are caught up in this hip hop madness, huh? And you don't know what to do because you don't know what's going on. But you can send your children to this event so they can know the fundamentals of who controlling these things. So we're gonna have a power packed conversation, brothers and sisters. So I'm looking forward to July 23rd. So thank you all for tuning in, listening. Stay up. I'm out. Tune in tonight. eLife Media. Peace.